In this exercise, we are going to see how to use objects and inheritance. In a previous video, we've seen how to use protocols, so we are going to replicate that same exercise, defining vehicles, different types of vehicles, but in case of use protocol-oriented programming, we are going to use object-oriented programming, okay? We are going to use some inheritance, so we are going to see how it works, what are the constraints, the advantages, disadvantages. So yeah, we'll start reading the description and following step by step. So yeah, we are going to create a collection of objects that represent different types of vehicles. Okay, so we'll use inheritance in order to define these vehicles. In this case, we are going to define only three: a gas car, an electric car, and truck. Okay, so we will be able to create instances of those types. As a hint, you'll need to use the following subclasses, which are gas vehicle, electric vehicle, and delivery vehicle. This kind of replaces the protocols that we've used in the previous video. So of course we are going to avoid using protocols. Then we will create a list of vehicle types, and then we will call start engine for each vehicle on RRI. You can imagine that you have a game and then you have cars or vehicles in the map, so you can call this function. So each object or each vehicle type will do different things, will have different animation, different sound. So yeah, this is just an example. So first step is to define the type of vehicles that we are going to have. So we are going to start with a base class, which is going to have to be a vehicle, because this is the common class that all our vehicles are going to use. And here we are going to define the number of wheels. This is something that all our vehicles are going to have. We can put here anything else, more properties, more functions, but for this example we are going to put this, which is common for all of them. Here we can see the first difference with the protocols, which is that we cannot just define we cannot just declare the definition of the property, we also have to put the body, okay? So this is the first thing that we don't like, because we have to define 0 here, because this is a generic vehicle. We don't know what is, who is going to use this, okay? So when we do a subclass, each vehicle type will do this, his own property or his own number of wheels property. So we will see how to do that. First, we are going to declare the rest of the behaviors, okay? Or the rest of properties. So we are going to declare a gas vehicle. That will be a subclass of vehicle. This means that every time we use a gas vehicle, we will have access to the property. So this is exactly the same as putting this number of wheels here, but instead of putting this property in the gas vehicle, in the electric vehicle, and in the delivery vehicle, we are doing this in the superclass. So all the subclasses will have this property inherit. So yeah, we define the gas vehicle with start engine, electric vehicle with a plug function, like when you want to charge the vehicle, and then we will have this delivery vehicle that will load packages, okay? So another constraint we have here is that delivery vehicle is a subclass of gas vehicle, okay? Because when we want to create a truck that is a delivery vehicle plus gas vehicle plus vehicle, we only can inherit from one class, okay? In the case of the protocols, we can use multiple protocols in the same object, but in this case, if you are inheriting from a superclass, it can be only one. So you can do this kind of tree in order to have different vehicles. So this is another disadvantage, at least for this case. Okay, then we have the behaviors or the properties of our vehicles defined. So we are going to create our 3 type of vehicles, okay? So we have the gas car, which is a gas vehicle, and as you can see here, we have to override the functions and property that we defined on gas vehicle, because we want to define the properties of the gas car, which is going to have four wheels, and the start engine function will be different. We will use different animations or different sounds, so we will want to override these properties. The same for the electric car. It will have the same number of wheels, but it will have different function here. It will override the plug function instead of the start engine. Then we have the delivery vehicle that, as we as we mentioned earlier, we will have number of wheels, which will be 18 in this example. Then we will have the gas vehicle property function, that is start engine, but also we will have the delivery vehicle function, which is load packages. So in order to have all of them, we have to, as we've seen just before, we have to subclass the delivery vehicle from gas vehicle, and gas vehicle is a subclass from vehicle, okay? So yeah, we have all these objects defined. So we can create the instances of our vehicles like in the same way that we did with the protocols. So we have a Tesla, a Ford, and a Volvo. They are each one of the 3 types that we defined, and we can put all of them as a vehicle type. Okay, in this case, instead of being a protocol, this is the base class object. We can also use gas vehicle, electric vehicle, whatever. They are types that we can use. So if we go through all the vehicles that we define in our array, we can also do this cast to a gas vehicle type. So I can define this new local variable called gas vehicle, and I can try to parse or to convert or to cast each vehicle to a gas vehicle type, okay? And in case it's successful, then I will have access to all the properties. In this case, we have access to all the properties here. So this contains a start engine, but also contains the number of wheels, okay? This is a bit different to protocols. So as you can see, we can use this similar to protocols, but the structure or the definition of all our types are different. Then last, for me, disadvantage that we have with objects is that these classes that we defined here that were protocols before can be used directly. So I can create an instance of gas vehicle, or I can create an instance of vehicle, and maybe I don't want that. So I have to hide these classes in order to not allowing, not giving access to these classes, because I don't want to create an electric vehicle. I want to use one of these types because I'm defining all the vehicles of my game or my app here, okay? So protocols can be declared but cannot be instantiated, so that's more secure in that, from that point of view.